Well, one of the final pieces to Clemson's recruiting class has finally entered the puzzle, and none other than four-star safety Blake Stewart out of Fairburn, Georgia. This is another big-time safety commit for Mickey Kahn, Dabo Sweeney, and the Clemson staff, joining Caden Gebhart and Kentavion Anderson, and joining one of the best safety classes that you could argue in the country. Um, Again, this is a really, really big time commit for Clemson. I love the take. We have his highlights playing right now. I mean, he's a five sport athlete. Yes, I said five sports. He plays football, baseball, basketball, lacrosse, and he runs track. And it shows up on tape. I mean, the kid is just a really, really dynamic athlete at the safety position. You can tell why Clemson and so many others liked him. He committed to Clemson over the likes of Miami and Michigan, who both were making hard pushes later in the week to try to secure his commitment, but he held firm and decided to pick the Tigers. Um, but yeah, he's long. He has really, really good speed, really, really good ball skills. As you see, he plays both sides of the ball, at receiver and safety. He is a thumper, if you want to call him that. He will go down and lay out somebody. So it really, really is. He is the full package when it comes to what you want in a safety, because he's rangy, and he flies to the ball. He makes tackles, and I think when he gets into a college program and fills out his frame, he's only going to be even better than he is now. So again, you see kind of the vision with Mickey Kahn and these safety takes. Clemson is going to have a really, really rangy group of safeties in the future, guys that can play at multiple positions and guys that are willing tacklers and capable in coverage. I mean, in the modern age of college football, with the high flying offenses and the talent that you have on the offensive side of the ball these days, and the quarterbacks throwing in the ball, it's all the more important to have safeties that are dynamic and can play in multiple roles, whether it's they need to play and fit the run, or they need to play out in space and cover. All three of the guys in Clemson's safety class fit that profile. So I'm really excited about this take. TPC, what do you see when you watch Blake Stewart?
Yeah, I mean, as we got his tape playing here, Jordan, the thing that pops out first and foremost, I think, is his athleticism. You see it displayed on both offense and the defensive side of the ball. One of the more exciting things about him, and it kind of contributes to his, or it's an attribute to his athleticism, is his play on special teams. Last season, he had both a kickoff return for touchdown and a punt return for touchdown. So, I mean, he's dynamic with the ball in his hands. He proves his athleticism on tape, and all those wide receiver yards. I think he had over 400 yards receiving for Woodward Academy down there in Georgia last season. To go with that on the defensive side of the ball, more specifically what Clemson is looking at him for at the safety position, you could see this guy playing a multitude of positions in that Clemson defense. You could see him at safety. You could see him at nickel. You mentioned he's long, he's athletic, he's a guy that is going to project for a multitude of positions early on. I think special teams will definitely be a thing for him, but last season contributing to his team on the defensive side of the ball. He had 80 tackles, 8 pass breakups, 2 interceptions. So he's just a guy that he's all over the field: offense, defense, special teams. In high school, you mentioned he's a 5-sport athlete. You know how Dabo Sweeney feels about multi-sport athletes, and this guy pretty much plays them all. Really excited about this guy. His frame is long, like I said. Once he gets into the weight room at Clemson, he's going to bulk up. He's going to put on size. That's going to help him in run defense, coming down and putting his hat on people. Although he is a willing tackler, obviously, like you said, the third safety in this class got a dynamic group that he is adding to, and I cannot wait to see how he develops physically and mentally at Clemson. I think he's going to be a really key piece for the defense of the future for our Tigers.
Yeah, 100%. And he's a guy that throughout his recruitment, he official visited at Clemson on May 30th, and Clemson kind of held the cards pretty early on. And of course, he of course went and took visits to the likes of Miami and Michigan. Um, but this was a guy that Clemson was very, very consistent with, and he was very consistent in having Clemson as his leader. But he wanted to go and take his all of his visits and make sure he was making the right decision. And it was one of those where I felt like Clemson just had to, they kind of had to stay the course, and things would turn out okay. And that's typically what happens. And Blake is a kid that I think you listen to him speak, and you listen to him talk about what makes Clemson so appealing. I mean, you see why the Tigers like him so much. He's very much a culture and so I'm really excited to have Blake in this class, and I think he is a great addition to this group. The future at the safety position, you're seeing the evolution, the development, the maturation of the kind of player that Clemson is recruiting at safety. I mean, you have the likes of Ricardo Jones and Ronan Hannafin poised to make big impacts in the secondary this year. Of course, when you count nickel, you got guys like Shelton Lewis and Khalil Barnes. Those are guys that obviously can fit a multitude of positions. And in Tom Allen's defense, I think that is really, really valuable, especially. Um, really excited to see what Blake brings to the table. As it stands now, every single one of these players in Clemson's 2026 recruiting class is slated to enroll early. So I think that's something to be really excited about right now if you're a Tiger fan, because the sooner you get these kids on campus, it is even more paramount, and the more likely you'll get to see them on the field. And especially with what Clemson has losing after this 2025 season, it's going to be important, and they're going to be asking a lot of young players to play in the prospects for Blake Stewart and the rest of the guys in this safety room.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Clemson fans should be excited. Blake Stewart is an instinctive player. He's a physical guy. He's only going to get more physical as he gets to Clemson, add size. Yeah, I'm excited about him. I don't think we could have gotten any better of a prospect to kind of round out this safety class for us. We got some good future players coming to Tiger Town. So Blake Stewart, welcome to Tiger Town, and we're happy to have you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys want to hear more breakdowns like this, when Clemson gets a commit, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Of course, me and Tiger Paul Craven do these videos, these short videos after Clemson gets a commit. But we also go live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on the All In Show. So make sure you guys check us out over there, because we talk everything Clemson football. And of course, as we're gearing up to the season, you're more and more content, and there's going to be more and more stuff for us to talk about. We're going to be having interviews. We're going to be having members only content. It's going to be a blast. So you guys make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when we go live. But until then, I'm Jordan Bowman. He's Tiger Paul Craven, and go Tigers.
Go Tigers.